Hi, Wes Scott from Lifeback Law Firm, and today we're going to talk about the truth versus bad mouthing. Recently, I had a couple of players talk about bad mouthing, which is highly ironic. In one case, we had a situation where one of the players admitted to having 237 Google Map listings or more and admitted that most of them were false. Is that bad mouthing to point that out? I don't think it is. I think it's the truth, and if the truth hurts, I don't care. And the same entity was tricking people into believing that their Google review strength was much higher at many locations than it really was. I mean, it's dishonest, it's disgusting, and, I understand again, the truth hurts. My God, Socrates can tell you that. Socrates said, when the argument is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. And at the firm here and myself, we are really aware of this. We are familiar with this. But it does not faze us in the least, and it won't stop us from preventing people, businesses from defrauding Minnesotans and many other people. And then we had another group who are professionals, in quotes, talking about people's mental health, talking about people's sexual orientations, talking about people, concocting stories about affairs or whether a spouse sleeps with another spouse. It's just weird, immature stuff. And they're worried about being bad-mouthed when they're engaged in this. I mean, the irony is so rich. And the same professionals testified. And as they testified, the firm and some of the firm's employees were in shock. And that's an understatement. At how willing and how easy people find it to lie under oath. And the firm has ordered the transcript of the entire hearing, and it's shocking. And so all of a sudden, one of the players, who 3.5 years ago caused a story to be published about the firm, Kane and Scott at the time, firing Trump supporters, now says, 3.5 years later, no. That's not what we said. I reached out to a news outlet to try to stop them from publishing this false story. So you can see the 3.5 years later, we start to get glimmers of the truth, which is, no, the firm wasn't doing that. Well, that's what I've told you the whole time. It's embarrassing for these people, but they're worried about this truth coming to light, and they're worried about their reputations, which they should be, because it's disgusting what they've put a lot of people through for their own gain. The firm is not intimidated. I'm not intimidated. I never will be intimidated. When you're promoting human dignity, that is the right path. It's the only path. When you are dehumanizing people, you are on the wrong path. It's very easy to see when the time is right. When you're ready to get your life back with an entity and leadership that only promote human dignity for all, reach out to Lifeback Law Firm. You're going to be so thankful you did. And consider hitting the subscribe button.